I wanted to take this opportunity to welcome you all to the Mill. I'm not sure how many of you have been to the space before. Raise your hand if you've been to the Mill before. Beautiful, I love it, I love it. So we are a co-working space if you're not familiar. We have around 400 members and we are excited to announce our second location is opening next year. So enjoy the space. If anybody wants a tour, feel free to find me, I'll be around. We are 30,000 square feet, so what you see here is just, you know, a fourth of it. And Tariq is going to introduce our guest of honor.
All right. How's everybody doing today? My name is Tariq Hook. I am a software engineer and educator, and I have the pleasure of introducing my friend Matt to you guys today. And the reason why I'm introducing him is because I moved to Delaware 4 years ago, and that's kind of when I met Matt. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm very passionate about clean code and data. And we met at the beginning of Open Data Delaware. And for as long as I've known Matt, even before he became county executive, he was always into entrepreneurship and data. And I think this is a great mixture of those two things. And Ryan Harrington actually just told me that if I think back to our first Open Data Challenge, one of the things that came out of that was it'd be nice if Delaware had a portal for entrepreneurs that was easy for them to get data about how to start a business and all the resources for a business. So the fact that Matt is a politician that actually fulfills promises even that were made before he became a politician is amazing. And if everybody can give a round of applause for Matt, I would greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone, for coming today. If I had time, I'd go around the room there. I mean, this is a lot of the entrepreneurial brain power of our state, and to some extent our region is in this room, and I really appreciate people coming out today. Thanks especially, of course, to Rebecca, Rob Herrera, who's driving across the country, and everyone at the Mill. The Mill adds so much to our entrepreneurial ecosystem. I think everyone in this room knows that. And to Tariq, who's a coder and a real entrepreneur, just in how he lives his life and things he wants to do, and really a social entrepreneur, thinking about how he can use his skill set to make the community a better place. So thank you, everyone, for coming today. My name is Matt Meyer. I'm the county executive. I've given speeches in my 18, 19 months in office when I learned pretty quickly. I give a long speech, and at the end when there are questions, people say, what is a country auditor, or whatever it is that you do. So the county executive it's true. The county executive is a little bit like the mayor of Newcastle County. We have the largest sewer system in the state, which is really important to public health. We have the second largest police force, largest paramedic system, largest library system, one of the largest park systems, largest affordable housing program, and a whole host of other programs. My DNA, kind of where I come from, is 24 years ago, I graduated from college and I had two choices. I could go work at a software company called Oracle Computers, or I could go off to Kenya and practice my passion, which was starting a sandal making company, a footwear company in Nairobi, Kenya. I chose the latter path, and to be honest, for 9 months, it was a complete slog. It's very difficult to have a footwear company when you don't have customers. It's very hard to have any company, as people in this room may know, to start a company when you don't have customers, and customer acquisition was a huge problem. And I still remember to this day, after about 9 months of slogging, when we got our first real substantive order in of about $15,000, started the company with $10,000. We got an order after 9 months for $15,000 worth of sandals, and we were off and running. Shortly after that, we made a website and actually had the first e-commerce site in East Africa, in a region of 150 million people, selling it around the world. And so I like telling the story and how great it was, but in reality, every day was so challenging, and the one thing that kept us going was our passion and our desire to get it right and to provide things of value to people. So that's who I was 24 years ago. Now I find myself in a position where we're competing, just like innovators in this room who are constantly doing an analysis of who their competitors are. We here at the county, at the state, and in the city of Wilmington are constantly looking at our competition. And unlike 20, 30 years ago when your competition might be regional or national, now our competition to be the go-to place for innovators is a global competition. Entrepreneurs and innovators can go anywhere. They're highly mobile, and we need to make sure that in every way we're saying and doing things that convince entrepreneurs and show innovators that this is the best place in the country, in the world to start your company. And that takes significant effort, not just from myself, not just from my team. Tamara Morris, you're going to hear from her shortly, does a tremendous job with economic development, but we really need all of you to participate in that and help to spread the message. And that's what a lot of today is about, making sure we're all on the same page and making sure we can spread the gospel that Newcastle County and Delaware is the best place to start and grow a business. I think a lot of people in this room know as well that a lot of government resources are spent on trying to attract larger companies to come to a place like Delaware. I think that's important. I think it's really important we do that. All sorts of studies show that the best investments you can make are in the people who are already here, making sure that your ideas are being developed and developed into the companies of tomorrow. And that's a lot of what today's launching NCCinnovates is about. NCCinnovates really emanates from the ideas of a transition committee. I know Professor Dan Freeman from the University of Delaware is here, who I think chaired that transition committee to really look at how can a government really support entrepreneurship, and how can we make sure we are the go-to place for people to start companies so that the mill is bursting at the seams as it is now, so that it's constantly thinking we need a second startup space, we need a third, fourth place for people with ideas to come and monetize their companies, create their companies. And so that's what today is about. We're starting with two particular strategies. One is a grant-making process, where we're looking to give in the neighborhood of $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 to the top startup companies, the top small businesses in Newcastle County. And the way we're doing that is through existing startup competitions. As my staff knows, it was really important to me that we don't get involved in choosing companies. I don't think that we're in the best place to decide who the best company is to get an award from the government, to be the next company of tomorrow that can actually create jobs. But what we found as we looked across the county and state is there are all sorts of competitions that already exist, and some competitions that are just being created now. And by supporting those competitions, they can get money to those companies who are the highest quality companies so that they have the cash needs that they may be looking at to grow. And I know as an entrepreneur, sometimes $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 is the one thing preventing you from acquiring a customer or for existing even till tomorrow, next week, or next month. So the first thing is a grant-making process. We've already started. Tamara can talk a little bit. We've already made a couple grants through startup competitions. The second thing we're doing is we're launching today our NCCinnovates.com website. And what that does is it attempts to offer a whole host of tools, a toolkit for not just entrepreneurs, but any business person looking at Newcastle County. Tamara, in a little bit, is going to go through some of the features of that website. But we want it to be something that you use, and we want to hear from you about how we can make it better. Anyone who launches anything knows lean startup, right? It's not perfect on day one. So we're looking to constantly refine and improve the general effort to incentivize innovation here in Newcastle County, as well as our website tools. I want to make sure, one thing I've learned as an elected official, you got to recognize other elected officials and their representatives in the room. I see Governor Carney is here in the face, or represented by a man over there, Tamara Morris's father. I don't remember his name. Larry Morris is here, and I think Tamara's dad, right? Jay Francis is here representing Senator Coons. So thank you for your participation and support as well. Andrew Dinsmore is here somewhere representing Coons. Andrew Dinsmore is everywhere. It's like, so it's good to see you, Andrew. So without further ado, we want to go ahead and show you the video. I intentionally am wearing the same clothes. You might know a man named Mark Zuckerberg wears the same thing every day, and he does it because he's thinking about big things. He doesn't like to think about the little things like what to wear today. So that's my explanation. But go ahead.
Here in Newcastle County, we want to help businesses large and small to innovate and grow so they can win the future. That's why we've started NCCinnovates, to connect entrepreneurs with the tools and resources they need to grow. We've worked hard to make Newcastle County transparent, efficient, and a welcoming place for entrepreneurs building companies of all shapes and sizes. I want to tell you a little bit about one of the first companies we've helped through NCCinnovates, D150 Fueling.
At D150 Fueling, we're an on-site fueling company. We come to commercial fleet sites during their off hours and fuel all their vehicles' tanks directly via tank trucks so that their employees don't have to. Before Newcastle County gave us any help, we were really just working out of our house. But now, since we've won the Incubator Challenge, we have been able to bring clients in and work and grow our business out of the Emerging Enterprise Center and work with other entrepreneurs to really perfect our business. And since the idea was really conceived about a year ago, to date now we're doing about 3,500 gallons of fueling a day.
If you want to see how Newcastle County can help your business grow, visit our website and explore our new online portal. There you can search all available property in the county, see what zoning is available, see what space is available, see if it's right for you. You can search customer demographic information. If you're starting a business and need information for your feasibility study, there's all sorts of information there that's current and right for you. So keep in mind, if you're an innovator looking to start something here in Newcastle County, if you already have a small business and are thinking about how to grow, or if you're a company outside of the state looking for somewhere to relocate, Newcastle County is the right place for you. We are the first county in the first state for business.
One of our strongest partners in this effort is the Newcastle County Chamber of Commerce, and if you haven't seen their Emerging Enterprise Center down on the riverfront, you should check it out. The head of that Emerging Enterprise Center is here with us today, Dora Cheatham.
Thank you, Matt. The great thing, we've been working with Newcastle County and have a great partnership. We've had that partnership for a while now. And what I love about Matt is that he understands that it really takes a village to grow a company. He's been an entrepreneur himself, and he realizes that going it alone is a lonely affair. What that money, what that grant means to someone like D150 Fueling, it means that they don't have to worry about where they're going to meet clients. They don't have to worry about any help that they're going to get, because we're going to give them that kind of help that they need on a day-to-day basis at the Emerging Enterprise Center. They don't worry about having to pay rent every month, because that's taken care of. They don't worry if the photocopier breaks in the office, because that's taken care of. The lights, the Wi-Fi, all of that is taken care of for them. And they have one-on-one mentoring, someone to talk to, and someone to connect them with all the resources that are out there that so many entrepreneurs aren't even aware of. So they come to us and they say, you know what, I need help in A, B, C, D, E. We connect them to all those resources that can help them grow their business. And that kind of speeds their sustainable business model and gets them to the next place quickly and moves them on to building, more businesses, more clients. They just focus on what they need to do, and that's getting more sales. And then eventually they grow and they move out, and we make room for more businesses. So thank you, Matt. It really is a great partnership.
So, and I need no introduction. I know most of you in here. I'm Tamara Morris, the Director of Economic Development for Newcastle County. And I don't think I could truly express how excited I am today. I've been working on NCCinnovates.com for a very long time. So I would equate how I feel probably to a parent on the first day of kindergarten. Like, you've been molding this being, and now you're ready to present it to the world. So I'm really excited to show you a few of the tools that are a part of the business portal. Piggybacking on what the county executive said, when he first came into office, he reviewed the report from the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Transition Committee, and it indicated that we had a lot of work to do. And so what we set out to do was create a system so that data and analysis is available to entrepreneurs and small business so that you can, wherever you are on the map of starting your business, you can gain the information you need to determine what your next steps are. And so we're excited to demo, maybe, the business portal. While we're pulling that up, I'm going to just share with you a scenario that I created to kind of give you an idea of why, a situation of when you would use this. So imagine that you created a company with your college roommate, started out with 2 people. You've developed a really cool technology that allows you to program tracking and mapping in your sunglasses. Okay? So you have the ability then to pair your sunglasses with friends and family. So why would you want to do that? Have you ever been to Firefly or Hershey Park and you lose your husband or you lose your kids in the crowd of people? Well, if they're wearing your sunglasses, you can actually find them because it's got this really cool technology that you built. So that's the idea that I'm going with. So after you created this concept, you were you decided to go to the Emerging Enterprise Center to use the mentorship from that incubator to grow this company. And Dora is taking you through the process of protecting your property and marketing this. You get an amazing new contract with Target to sell these sunglasses. So now you're ready to hire 25 more people. You got to start manufacturing these sunglasses, distributing these sunglasses, and getting them to Target. So you're going to need people and you're going to need space, right? You can actually log on to the Newcastle County, the NCCinnovates.com business portal, and actually get some of the data that will help you to do those 2 tasks. So when you go to NCCinnovates.com, you can actually see, so we're at the workforce analysis section or tool. You can see set up on the website several different ways to actually take a look at the data. But when you scroll down all the way to the bottom at the map, you can actually identify where workforce is actually located throughout Newcastle County. So let's say the first part of your recruitment process is going to be for the workers that you need to manufacture your sunglasses. And let's say you're going to teach them everything that they need to know. So for this portion of your company, they only need to have a high school or equivalent diploma. You can actually click on this data and it's going to populate this map to show you where those people are. So now you can take the money that you have and concentrate on areas in particular on where you're going to recruit workforce. And let's say you get to the next stage and now you need specialized workforce where maybe they need an associate's degree or bachelor's degree in marketing, for example. The data will pool so that you can actually see where these targeted folks are as well. This analysis is needed in every stage of your business as you determine whether or not what you're working on, you'll be able to recruit people if you relocate to Newcastle County, for example. So you can use this in various stages. So the second piece of that scenario indicates that you now need to begin the planning process of where you are going to start to distribute, manufacture this product. So you need space, right? So we have created an amazing opportunity for you to just go to NCCinnovates.com and actually search property in real time. Through our partners, what we've determined, it's very expensive to actually get a membership to one of these commercial sites so that you can view property, and you may not be ready to work with a broker yet. Let's say you're planning the process, you'd like to just identify what's it going to cost me for 100,000 square feet. So you go in, you can actually create or check what type of property that you're looking for. Since we have a manufacturing distribution, we're going to go to, you can do sale, yep. And then we're going to go to industrial flex property, and then we're going to search. Voila. So this is going to identify the properties based on zoning and where they're located. And so you can actually use the map from before and compare it to this map and identify maybe where the perfect site will be in reference to where the people will be that you're looking to hire. So you see some property on here, you want to take a look, you have access to all of the data. Let's click on Harvey Hanna, for example. And you can actually see all of, we'll take my word for it. So when you click on, these fields will actually populate and you can choose different zoning options. Let's say that you're in a process where you've already been to the bank and you've determined what you qualify for. You've gotten grants already. You know the dollar amount. You can populate it in here as well, and it will narrow down your options. So you have full access to all of the properties that are available based on the zoning straight from this website. And so now you can incorporate that into your planning process. If we go back to the top, I just want to show you and just give you an overview of some of the other tools that are available. Click on this one. So you have the ability to do many, or to go into many areas of research in terms of this particular website. Researching customers is always very important. You've got to make sure that if you've got the most amazing chocolate cake recipe, that somebody is going to buy your recipe. If you have a small business and you're not making money, it's simply a hobby. So we're trying to make sure you have the tools so that your business will continue to grow. And we want to partner with you. You're able to research competition from this site as well. So let's say that you want to open a pet supply company. You are fascinated, you are in love with your pets, and you want to make a gourmet boutique experience happen. You can actually go in, put pet supply store in here. It is actually going to populate all of the information that you need. We'll take my word for it. All of the switch tabs. It's going to populate all of the information and actually narrow down exactly where your competitors are located. So you live in Wilmington, you don't have a pet store, a pet supply store in your neighborhood. You can actually search to see where the nearest one is. You can search other areas and find out where it would make sense for you to be. So those are some examples on what you can do here. There's land use here. You can find out, let's say your business idea will only work if you have an influx of people walking by. You can actually come into this portal and locate its environment. You can actually locate where there are parks and libraries and schools in the same area. And let's say that's the perfect idea for an ice cream shop and you want to be in those areas. You can actually find all of that to help you with your search. So as you can see, I'm extremely excited about what is available. I encourage you to go to NCCinnovates.com, play around with it, take a look at it. One feature that I want to point out to you is that after you click on the tool, you can go to the bottom of it and it's actually going to explain why you need this data. So somebody says, you've got to get this feasibility study down. You got to determine if you can make any money with your idea, and you're trying to figure out how to do that. Well, every step of the way using these tools, they're going to let you know exactly why that information, why that data, why that analysis is necessary to be included in your business plan or your feasibility study. So I'm extremely excited. I look forward to you taking a look at it, using it. Please call me, give me your feedback. We'd love to make sure that we are continuing to progress as we move forward with this piece and our continued support of entrepreneurship. Before I close, I just wanted to mention the future opportunities to participate in the pitch competitions and programs that NCCinnovates are sponsoring is the Great Danes Remarkable Idea Pitch Competition is coming up, and that represented today by Pauline Bringham. The I Have a Dream Pitch Competition is coming up, and they're represented by Chandra Pitts today. We are creating a business accelerator with Gary Johnson, a graduate of the Horn program. Gary's here today as well. And then Swim with the Sharks, which is another program through the Emerging Enterprise Center. All of these and links to those sites are on the Economic Development website. If you click on it from the Newcastle County website, you can find more information about those. So I'm sincerely excited, and I really appreciate all of you coming out to celebrate this for us. I hope that this expresses to you how important it is to us to make sure that we're involved with the development of an entrepreneurship ecosystem. Newcastle County, the city of Wilmington, Delaware is a great place to be, and we want to make sure that small business and entrepreneurs know that. And at this time, we'll take questions, comments. You loved it? Yeah. Okay. So that wraps it up for us. We appreciate you coming. Directly after this, I know that the Mill is sponsoring a happy hour. You're welcome to stay. They do take tours, so if you'd like to see some of the cool companies that are here, talk to the entrepreneurs that share this co-working space, you're welcome to hang out. But thank you guys for coming. We sincerely appreciate it.